Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our science class. Hope you all are happy, right? In our last classes, we studied about lesson 1 nutrition and plants. Okay, so we have completed the portions. So let's revise once again. Okay, see, in that lesson, we studied about that. First, the definition for food, right? So, what is food? The substance broken down by chemical processes in the body of an organism to give energy is called food. Okay. Next we studied about what is nutrition. What is nutrition? The process by which food is taken in by an organism and used by its body is called nutrition. Right? Then we studied that two main modes of nutrition. What are they? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. From that, first we studied deeply about autotrophic nutrition. Okay? What is autotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which an organism makes its own food is called autotrophic nutrition. Okay. Next, we know that the examples of autotrophic nutrition are green plants. Okay. The plants preparing food by their own by the process of photosynthesis. Okay. So, what is photosynthesis? The process of using the energy of light to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugar is called photosynthesis. Okay, read once again. The process of using the energy of light to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugar is called photosynthesis. Okay, so let's revise about that. See there, photosynthesis means plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and water from the soil. Okay, it reacts in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. It produces the oxygen and sugar. Okay, the sugar in the form of starch. Okay, so what's the formula of that? Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it produces sugar plus oxygen. Okay, next we studied about that conditions necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, four conditions we studied. What are they? The presence of green pigment called chlorophyll, the presence of light, the availability of carbon dioxide, the availability of water. Okay, here first we studied about chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is present in the leaves in structures called chloroplast. Okay, then second we studied the presence of light. We know that we are getting the light from the sun. Okay, so light energy is absorbed by chlorophyll. Okay, next we studied the availability of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide means, see there, uh, availability of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide it obtained from the atmosphere from the small opening called stomata. Okay, the plants are absorbing the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Okay, with the help of stomata. Next we studied that water. Okay, water we know that it is from the with the help of the plants, with the help of the root system, it absorbs the water. And also the root system consists of primary root, secondary root and root hair. The root hair increase the surface area. Okay, and also the root hair increase the surface area. Okay, see, through the xylem tubes the roots absorb the water and passes to all the other parts of the plant. Okay, and the same, the phloem tubes absorbs the food and it is transported to various parts of the plant. Okay, so here we studied about xylem and phloem also. Okay, next we studied about heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so heterotrophic nutrition means, you know that, see, the plants the mode of nutrition in which an organism depends on other organism for food is called heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so what is heterotrophic nutrition? What is heterotrophic nutrition? Tell me, what is heterotrophic nutrition? the mode of nutrition in which an organisms depend on other organism for food is called heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, the heterotrophic nutrition means you know that it depends on other organism for food. Okay, so it's the heterotrophic nutritions divided into four types. That plants are divided into four types. What are they? Parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, insectivorous plants, and symbiotic plants. Okay, what are they? Parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, insectivorous plants, symbiotic plants. Okay, so here first we start to study about parasitic plant. Okay, see what is parasitic plant? A parasitic plant is one that partially or completely depends on another plant called for nutrition. Understand that a parasitic plant is one that partially or completely depends on another plant for nutrition. Okay, so here we studied the examples Cuscuta or daughter plant, the first picture, and the second picture is mistletoe. Okay, see the first picture already I told you. See there, that is first picture, Cuscuta. It's a daughter plant. See, it's like a yellow wire like structure, right? So it does not have the leaves and it does not have proper root. Okay, when it does not have the leaf, it cannot prepare the food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so and also it cannot take the water from the soil. Okay, so this plant depends on other plant for food, nutrients and water. Okay, so this Cuscuta is a totally parasitic plant. Understand that? Cuscuta is a totally parasitic plant. Okay, and the second picture, that is mistletoe. Okay, this mistletoe, see it has the green leaf. Okay, so it can absorb the food by the process of photosynthesis, but it cannot get the water. Okay, because it is depend on other plant. Understand that? So this plant absorb the water and nutrients from other one plant. Okay, so this mistletoe is called the partial parasitic plant. Okay, so the mistletoe is partial parasitic plant. Understand that? And we studied the example Rafflesia. What is that, ma? Rafflesia. This Rafflesia, see, this flower is Rafflesia. Okay, see, you know that this flower is the world largest flower, and also this flower has 5 petals. This plant does not have any leaves and no roots. This flower petals diameter up to 106 centimeter and the flower weight up to 10 kg. Okay, so this is world largest flower, and also this plant does not have any leaves as well as no roots. So it depends on other plant for food, water and nutrients. Okay, so this Rafflesia also under parasitic plant. Understand that? This is what we studied about parasitic plant. Okay, next we studied about saprophytic plants. Okay, saprophytic plant. Listen here. Here a saprophytic plant is one that obtains nutrients from dead and decaying plant and animal matter. Okay, what is saprophytic plants? A saprophytic plant is one that obtains its nutrients from dead and decaying plant and animal matter. Okay, see here some plants brightly colored flowers, but some plants are whitish. Normally it is whitish only. Okay, so here we studied that these plants observe the eat the dead and decaying plants. So that we learned the examples mushroom as well as fungi. Okay, so here fungi also examples of the saprophytic plants. Okay, next we studied about that insectivorous plants. The insectivorous plants are the ones that derive some or most of their nutrients by trapping and consuming animals, mainly insects. Okay, mostly these insectivorous, from the name itself we can find that these plants absorb the insects for their nutrients. Understand that? For example, we studied Venus flytrap. Remember? Venus flytrap. Okay? Here you can see that this first picture is a Venus flytrap. Okay? It has leaves modified to trap the insects. You can see that you are looking that picture in that leaves only. So, okay, when the insects fall inside the leaf, it will be snap, shut, and it will eat the insects. When it digests that, it will absorb the nutrients from that. Okay, that is Venus flytrap. And the second picture is pitcher plant. What is that, ma? Pitcher plant. Here, when the insects fall on the vase-like structure, automatically it will be closed. After that, because it has the digestive juice in that, it will be stick it in the digestive juice. Okay. After that, this insect cannot come outside. Okay. It will digest the trapped insect. Okay. And the next example we study, that is sundew plant. Okay, here the sundew plant has the tentacles. The end of the tentacles, the hair like structure is there, that is tentacles, and the end of the tentacles, the dot, you can look the dot, that is the mucilage at their ends. Okay, once the insects stick into that, it will be catch that. Then here after that, the insect cannot come out from there. Okay, so it will be take the nutrients from that insect. Okay, and the fourth example we studied that bladerwort. Okay, the slender leaves of bladerworts. So here a large number of very small pear-shaped bladder structures are there. These plant trapdoors act like trapdoors and suck in small insects in less than a second. Within a second, it will be suck it. Then it will take the food from that insect. Okay, that is the example of insectivorous plants. Okay, next we studied about symbiotic plants. Okay, symbiotic plants means here these plants live in association. In symbiotic plants, there are certain plants which live with other plants and share shelter and nutrients. Okay, so both the organisms gain from each other. Okay, this is called symbiotic relationship. Okay, so here this relationships ones that manufactures food, while the other plant absorb water and minerals for it. Okay, and give food and shelter in return. Understand that? So, what are symbiotic plants? Plants that live in association with other organisms where both the types are mutually gain from each other are called symbiotic plants. Understand that? So, the plants that live in association with other organisms where both the types mutually gain from each other are called symbiotic plants. Okay, an examples of symbiotic plant is lichen. Okay, so an example of symbiotic plant is here the lichens or the association between algae and fungi. Okay, so the algae provide food and fungus which is not green provide. Okay, so it provide the water and minerals. Okay, and shelter also to the algae. Understand that? So so that the lichen is also examples of symbiotic plants. Okay, another one example is given. It is the nodules on the roots of the pea plant. Okay, it have the symbiotic relationship. Why? Because here's the bacteria such as rhizobium is there. This rhizobium converts atmospheric nitrogen to soluble form. Okay, so which is used by the pea plant to make protein. Okay, so and in return the pea plant provides food and shelter to rhizobium. Understand that? So this root nodules of the pea plant also example of the symbiotic plants. Okay, so such a plants are called such symbiotic plants and the relationship is called symbiosis. Understand that? And the relationship is called symbiosis. Okay, next we studied about that the amount of minerals like nitrogen get declined in the soil over a period of time. Okay, so the farmers and gardeners use manures and fertilizers to replenish the nutrients in the soil. Okay, the leguminous plants and rhizobium have a symbiotic relationship. Okay, the leguminous plants and rhizobium have a symbiotic relationship. This we already studied in the symbiotic plants also. Okay, so plants that live in association with other organisms where both the types mutually gain from each other are called symbiotic plants. Okay, that we studied, right? So the same. So after growing a crop such as wheat or rice, farmers usually grow a crop such as bean, peas or gram to maintain fertility of the soil. Understand that? After growing a crop, wheat, rice, like that, maize, such as, okay. So after that, farmers usually grow a crop such as bean, peas, or gram. Okay, that means black gram, green gram, anything. Okay, to maintain fertility of the soil. So this practice is known as rotation of crops. Understand that? This practice is known as rotation of crops. These crops produce nitrogenous substances in their roots and make the soil fertile. Understand that? These crops produce nitrogenous substances in their roots and make the soil fertile. Understand that? This is about the replenishment of nutrients in the soil. Okay, so students, we have completed the lessons, and also see, already the first day I sent 3 question answer to you. Then even in the last class also I sent the question answers, everything you can note down that. Today I'll send the one more questions to you. Everything you have to note down in the science 2 booklet. Okay, thank you.